Sentinels. Gen.G.
Smoke out from Karon as well. The Prowler through, but you're right, Munchkin ahead of the line just a little bit. Getting enough info as to what's really going on. And you see, as we see the map kind of lean back towards A. A couple of members across the middle of the map. Locky is the first one to fall.
Yeah, he was the solo man there as well. It's all up to Karon here.
With a classic light armor, the wall will conceal their movements. As Texture tries to get a little active. Texture was an absolute demon the last two times these teams faced off.
Yeah, he absolutely shut Zekken out of the series. And he just shut down Celsius.
At least out of this round, Meteor with a nade and a flash at his feet will fall at the hands of Zekken as Tens looks to get a little bit more active, will connect onto Munchkin. Numbers the way of the attack in a massive amount too. And it's not getting any better for the #1 seed from the APAC region. Sentinels win the pistol and very quickly.
We have a couple sheriffs on Meteor and Texture. And we've seen this post plant happen a lot from the side of Sentinels. They'll put this deep alarm bot in water with a molly. It's all to delay. And then they'll cycle smokes on default. This is so hard to break through. Zekken's having such a map already.
Dude, it's the second round, and he's already 1 point away from having his ult online.
And he's hungry. He wants more. Here it is. He gets that ultimate.
I mean, when you have that far of an advantage, you really want to push, and that's exactly what he does. So
Munchkin needs to be careful right here. If he gets carried out, yeah, that showstopper's going to do the damage.
And the thing is here, if you're Sentinels, you don't have to fully commit to this. It seems like they might, though. Tens is already TP'd all the way across. You've got everything back sight, mowing over Gen.G.
An absolute firing squad that Texture just ran into.
I mean, he swings, and it's the most terrifying thing you could imagine.
It was diabolical.
And so now, as the dust settles and as the rest of the round kind of comes to a close, you see Sentinels with a really big advantage here. They're up on numbers. You've got John, who's going to get a little bit closer to having his ult online. Zealous is halfway to his. Money's in a really good spot. This is the Sentinels that was missing a couple of days ago. This was the Sentinels that was missing in the opening match of this tournament.
Yeah, missing in stage 2, honestly. Even in the playoff, they barely squeaked in. Celsius gets the quick trade, securing the round.
Well, they've
but
got
getting delayed.
You got to be careful here, too. There's a brutal crunch. Remember, Texture has his ult. But once again, fully sending out onto C. Saucy will be the first to fall as Munchkin manages to find 2 on the round. There's the ult popped as well. Not connecting onto anything, but Munchkin continues to farm. 3 on the round now. Oh, I thought he had fired it off already. Celsius falls on it. It's just John left in a 1v4, and they're weak, but not that weak. A thrifty round for Gen.G.
It's being in full effect. Look, 3 members facing each other in front B. Both teams have such a good read on how each other play.
The spike is rotating back towards B. Both paranoias have been traded. As of personnel on both sides.
Yeah, and yeah, exactly. Both players have been traded too.
All of that KJ utility. Pop towards C. They have a decent idea that that's where the hit is, but with 30 seconds left, there's still a couple of options. And once again, Tens the tip of the spear, TPing forward. A little bit separated. How in the world does Meteor win that? Saucy with the swing on the trade. Nicely done. And now with 3v3. As Texture creeping his way forward. The first to fight, the first to find a kill. As has been the case, instantly traded right back 2v2 now. Saucy has his eye. Locky has no health left. It's Karon alone. He's been good. Head and shoulders above the rest. But can he deliver here? Against John QT, no, we cannot.
You get more confident in the calling. You start getting better reads.
Oh, they've got him figured out. They spotted him.
That was a tough one.
He was there in the previous round, too.
And Sentinels have a good idea of when a player's playing pushed up like that and they're solo to go through the door, the revolving door. No one has met them there yet.
They look back towards A. Texture getting through the ult. He's got a big timing here. A wide swing and 2 kills found. Again, heroics from Texture, but the counterpunch comes at just the right time. Zekken down low, spotting 1, trying to switch to the weaker weaponry and not finding a kill. Now 2v2, the pit invested Tens on the prowl. It's an alarm bot keeping him just a little bit further back. His Meteor waltzes into his death, right into the crosshair of the controller. Munchkin does the same.
But a Prowler also out of the mix.
Sand in that hourglass continues to tick away. 30 seconds left in the round now as they've invested the lockdown. And now it's going to be traded back for another.
A big investment from Gen.G.
With still a lot of time left to play in the round. The Prowler just got a little bit of info towards A. Second satchel forward and right into his death. Are they going to be able to navigate some of this as Lakia is going to fall in exchange?
Look at the time, Doug.
They may have burned the candle down just a bit too low.
10 seconds left.
They're trying to get ahead of this, but the reinforcements are already here. Look at Munchkin's positioning. That's the plan stopped. That's John QT dealt with assassination style. The round will go the way of Gen.G.
What a round from Gen.G. What poise. All that's happened. Yeah, Texture took this deep angle.
With the op, we haven't seen that yet. Saucy's aware of it now. Is he going to be able to get away? No, Zelsis chases him down.
Sentinels right now, they have no other choice. They kind of have to just hold W here. There's still 2 mollies they have to deal with. The showstoppers invested from Zekin. He gets chipped down very low.
He didn't have any satchels.
Yeah.
He couldn't go.
Will be a free site gathered. Spike should be planted unless spam.
I mean, it might be a free site, but it feels like they're walking right into Gen.G's trap. Lakia has his ult. Smoke's already going through. Zekin getting a little bit aggressive, getting the best of Meteor, but again, still, that Nightfall in play, and there it is, right on cue tapped. You've got John who's playing his tight angle, managing to stay alive with the help of the nade, sure. Swinging out into Lakia, but not able to convert. He's now left in a 1v3. He's cutting his losses, he's tucking tail, he's getting out of there.
Very small micro things. You have to do that when you're at this high of a level of play.
Zekin was too far out, Tens was too, Munchkin again, delivering. These are the big moments where Gen.G has their way with the opposition. They're yet to win a gun round, but it seems like they're going to here. Forget the Thrifties.
Oh my gosh, he went for more.
Just John QT and Saucy left. I don't know that they really have anywhere to go.
What a shot from Munchkin. That was disgusting. He's looking for more.
And remember, Munchkin was the hero in a couple of rounds ago, the first Thrifty round that they won. Delivering again.
Saucy might just opt to save. I mean, he's got $350 in the bank.
A level of consistency that hasn't been rivaled really in the history of Valorant, but has the potential to get pushed here. Texture once again with the op. Looking for any skin, any blood, and nothing found. Oh my goodness. Better late than never, I guess. He's gonna get a third! Teeing off on Sentinels. What a round from Texture.
Still sitting on that showstopper. Wow.
And now Meteor's joining in on the fun. This is the Gen.G that's terrifying. This is the Gen.G that wins championships.
And I said it, Doug. Gen.G are a team that tends to start off a little bit slow, but when they get warmed up, they're unbelievable.
One enemy remaining.
And yes, this is an eco round, but you know, we talk so much about confidence, we talk so much about momentum and how valuable that is in a game like this.
Even if they are, I mean, it's so tough. He's ahead of this sniper
so
wall.
far
Oh
ahead,
my
you're
gosh. What was that peek from Zekin, though? Instas, and they're just going to run through the door like they have been this entire time.
Perpendicular walls keeping these two teams apart as one of them goes down. Munchkin gets ahead of it. Zekin on the jump spot. They understand the threat that's on the other side, and now they decide to wait it out. They're beckoning the fight to come to them. Either you wait out the lockdown, or you fight us.
It got spammed.
Destroyed, and now Texture not able to hold the line, not able to keep up the resistance. The pit invested, Munchkin trying to trace over. Snaps back onto Munchkin, or onto Saucy, excuse me, but Meteor's left alone. Sentinels get to 7. Perhaps indicative of what's in store. Oh, a little bit of spam, Texture plucked. You know, you keep wondering, and you know, maybe this is kind of the feeling for most fans that are watching, is that I think there are a lot of questions around if and when Sentinels will crumble. When will they kind of fold under the pressure? Will that be the case? Doesn't seem like they're slowing down anytime soon. I will say they are taking a big step back on C this round. Gen.G have gotten out onto the site, but Sentinels have the numbers advantage. No paranoia to speak of, no smokes, nothing like that, but Tens has a Sheriff and light armor.
Oh, Zekin also has a Sheriff to his name. Oh, but he's gonna get taken out right here. The proactivity in the post plant, Munchkin getting 2.
Not able to find safe passage, not able to get across. I cleared out, now without getting a tag. Tens getting the best of Karan, and now Munchkin left alone, a 1v2. Difficult to win, but possible. Just not the case this time. Again, pistols were elusive to them. In their first matchup, that's now 2 for 2.
Very, very close corner on Zek, and after you use that, I guess somebody could have sneaked in.
This cross is crazy, but Saucy was the backup. He was the reinforcement. So Paranoia is out. It's going to tag up Zekin as well. It's just buying time. Wow! With the nade out, still manages to get one. But Karen on the equalizer. Zalsis now aggressive with the Spectre upgraded in the hands of Munchkin. Can he hold the line? Finding all three!
Spike down A.
Meteors Marshall finally besting him.
30 seconds left.
But he's now left in a 1v2, upgrading to a Vandal. No armor. Challenged in the smoke. Challenged in the map. Sentinels get to 9. Paranoia out, the spit goes through. Zekin has to take a step back. But with Zealous' intense fighting over his shoulder, it's all safe.
One enemy remaining.
Annihilated from the very beginning of the round. Boys, it's just enough of a
30
distraction.
seconds left.
Very nicely done by Gen.G, but Zealous is still holding the line on the other side. That's now 2 bodies found. The swing of the classic will not betray him.
Spike down.
Back-to-back
C.
3Ks for the Vibe Merchant himself.
He played that to near perfection.
I mean, he really did.
And now Tether nade, I mean, yeah, the spike gets planted. Oh, it doesn't even get planted. Oh!
There's some safe pathing out from Texture at the beginning, but Karen was the one who walks away worse for wear. The doors tap, the Honko's up, no target found, Saucy's dead.
Oh,
Tens,
he's playing this crazy.
he slipped the net.
Oh my gosh.
The Fox is in the den and Meteor is dead. They've gotten the spike down, but they've got to realize there's a threat behind him and it's a considerable one. The Paranoia is going to attack both. Karen's now dead. 2 members trapped in tree. Texture's the only one who's still playing back sight. Nice shots out for Munchkin. Equalizing things at numbers. Zalsis with the lockdown. Gonna try to flush him out as Texture's dead. What do they have to go off this? They have to respect this. They have to give up the space. Nobody on the spike yet. Oh, he's got the line. He can hold him back from there. Zekin's the first to fall. Munchkin dealing with the aggression. Celsius will have to clutch this out on his own. A 1v2, Locky and Munchkin both still have ults to play around. And time's gotta be so short.
Right now. One enemy remaining.
There's none left. Whew.
Last time around we saw Sentinels use that same alarm bot. They ended B.
They're committing to this.
Yeah, Showstopper committed.
The B site is empty, but they've popped the 2 ults and the Paranoia out.
Oh. Zek just stole that one away, opening the door himself.
The spike does go down though. No ults on the side of Sentinels.
And that does Meteor fallen. So that gives Zelsis this timing.
The smoke keeping them apart. 2 targets found, only 1 claimed. Munchkin, who was so far up at the very beginning, still playing out towards stairs. Tens besting him. Numbers the way of the defense. And Ob still in the hands of Zekin. A difficult weapon to pull this off with.
He's got to be the one that gets on the spike, allow his teammates with the rifles.
I don't know if he has
to
the tools
stick
for this.
He's got to hit the shot here.
Aaron's the first to fall. Texture's by himself. Second hits the shot. The defuse comes through. Sentinels get to map point.
Viper's Pit invested as well.
With a Molly on it.
Yeah, exactly. Texture's going to play ahead of it. It's looking pretty good right now for Gen.G Sentinels. What kind of retake do they have cooked up?
Careful here on the crunch. Tens has a Paranoia. Karen's going to be the first to fall. The first smoke comes through, the tap of the door, and there's the flash. Is there anything behind it? Texture's the only one who I believe didn't get tagged, and he's still up on the pit, like you mentioned. Concealed in the green goo. The spam comes through. Meteor's dead. How much more can he find? Oh, no. Disaster again for Sentinels as Texture obliterates them. Be a silly game at times.
The calling of Gen.G has been really, really good so far on this attacking side.
Oh, they're investing heavy into this without real weaponry, sheriffs and a judge. But they drop the lockdown, or excuse me, the nightfall. Karen up close. The Paranoia's out. Karen's dead, so is Lakia. Texture and Munchkin, the only 2 that are up. The pit's been planted, but the guns are not great on the other side. Texture's gonna have to clutch again, and he does!
Within 4 rounds of tying this up.
Last round is often the hardest. And when you're playing against a team of Gen.G's caliber, it makes sense.
A lot of Odin spam being done in tree. But Texture, oh my gosh, he's not slowing down.
With ult popped, the tether keeps him back. Zekin's got one of his own.
What?
But he's gonna have to use it in the next round if we get that far.
Doug,
I think
Sentinels are crumbling.
I think they have to save here.
You have to.
Yeah. I mean, almost everyone is here. Both Paranoia's traded. Texture's down. Raid boss falls. And now the ult popped. But it looks like it's a little short. And so both teams refusing to relent on this area of the map. But Zekin looking to take us to Icebox. And barring a miracle for Meteor, that's exactly where we're headed. Gen.G decided to take the fight where Sentinels have succeeded this entire half, and it was ill-advised.
Wow.
13-9.
Who can hit these shots right here?
Icebox very well. It might be a different story.
Wow.
A couple of Sheriff shots already traded and kills found. Texture slips all the way back. But John QT is trying to do a bit of the same, not able to settle shots on the last kill as Gen.G manages to get the spike down, manages to get away. Now it's on Sentinels to attempt to retake this. Have a little bit of util to play around. They have the drone, they have the Viper Wall, and they have a weakened Texture, a weakened Munchkin. John QT is not much better off. Do they have any lineups? Do they have anything like that? No spits, nothing to speak of. John's not able to stick around. The one Molly that they had, Saucy with two big ones. Munchkin left alone. Had the knife, drops down, spots one. Saucy on the defuse, gotta get it to half. Pauses for the fight as Saucy gets 3 and the defuse. There is threat here. It's not all safe. Munchkin will fall.
I cannot use that.
But again, it's Texture who can bite back.
Oh, good damage done on the 10s and Saucy. Actually might find the timing here, just like he did on Pistol, but Zekin, he's so ready for it.
And if he continues to be able to get the best of Texture throughout the entire map, that's a really good sign again, but if it's not Texture, it's Meteor. If it's not Meteor, it's Munchkin. It's gonna have to be Karon this time. Saucy looking for the target. Karon's gonna find him. Celsius is on this late flank. And as time continues to tick, you've got to have a decent understanding where he might be coming from. The one problem, though, is Karon is 10 HP. He's so weak, Dre.
But all he needs is one headshot. One dink of the Sheriff at the right range. Cannot be too far.
He's going to flip the map?
I mean, he's got so much time. Taking the scenic route.
There's not going to be anything to give this away.
Will inevitably be planted.
And now, Celsius will understand. I think part of the problem is Karon has no idea where Celsius is coming from either. So it's a guessing game for both, a 50-50. Karon's on the swing, can't hit the shot to 10 HP. Gen.G with no real intentions of the rest of the map. They're all here towards A. Tench trying to get back and stay alive as Locky is pushed so far already.
He's in a deep mix of things right now. Oh, Hunter's Fury invested.
But there are only Sheriffs left. I don't know that it's going to be enough.
Oh, there's a lot of players low right now.
Yeah, they are. You're right.
And it's light armor on John and Saucy.
Can they settle this? Gen.G are playing so far up here. Munchkin has a knife, too.
Dark tags. Oh, can't connect.
Texture, 49 HP. As the wall goes down, John QT segmented off. Texture again found success from this very position. Saucy on the reposition. They've gotten it down to 1. Texture's weak. Can he find it? Down to 1v1. 7 bullets left. Saucy with the Sheriff. He gets up top and Saucy drops him. The 3K is Sentinels win the bonus. What was that? Celsius will have a lot on his hands. And that knife tagging means the utility's not going to be a part of the equation for a little bit. But in and out behind the wall, finding lethality and getting away.
Bomb grenade out.
Even numbers it is.
Yeah, they've still gotten out towards the site. Spike should be able to go down. I don't know if there's anything that Sentinels have to deny this. And now the lockdown early.
Yeah, this is going to create chaos for Celsius, but he's still going for it.
Seems like he's just going to try to get a parting gift. Even if he gets detained, he's got help. The problem is, what he doesn't have a ton of his time. Meteor's down. Crispy shot out from 10s, and now the rest of the defense starting to creep their way forward. The flash over the wall. Gen.G giving so much respect and giving so much space here. Again, all of the post-plant utility gone. 2 Vandals in the hands of Gen.G. Lakia 1 away from having Thrash online. They're waiting for the swing, and there it is. Lakia down. Celsius will get it to half. Munchkin's by himself. Can he stop it? No. Sen City gets a 4. They've got so much more utility out towards A, but it's all been cleared. It's all been recalled back.
Whoa.
Texture finding high ground, but not finding a kill. And so they've gotten out onto A. They should be able to get the spike down. I thought it might go over to Karam because he was one away from the pit, but it's Munchkin who sinks the spike into the soil of the site. Ninth out, understanding there is a little bit of presence. Zelsis further up, but the rest of Sentinels not far off behind him. Again, these post plants that you mentioned, they've been so effective for Sentinels, but they're at a numbers disadvantage here. Can they convert again?
Oh my goodness.
That's such an aggressive lockdown. They've got to fight it. I don't think they can hold this back. GENG has already gotten it to half. Tens pushing forward. Just the threat. Just the distraction. Getting the kill too. Lakia and Karan left alone. And it's another round the way of Sentinels.
But this time, a change of pace though. It's a flood. Oh my gosh, they're not ready for it, Doug.
Spike down.
Tens ahead of the play. He really might be brain off, but it seems to be working. I mean, they just continue to crumble. It's just Texture and Munchkin left. You were just talking about how this has been successful for them. If you think about the equation for Gen.G, this part has been fine. They've been able to get into post-plant positions, but they lose the post-plants. This time, all of the resistance was met ahead of that.
It's not over yet though. The wraparound from Texture, he's got 3 to the round.
He's gonna have to win a B2 though. The ever-elusive Ace will have to deliver here if he wants to get Gen.G on the board. He's getting it down to 1, and there it is! An Ace!
But he's going to have to deal with a lot here, and it looks like Gen.G have a...
He's had a hot hand,
yeah.
But he's gonna get flashed off of this first line, holding the next, almost landing the shot. Sasi understanding Texture so far up already. The second switches to the classic, tries to get away, and Texture hunts him down! 2 kills found! Tenzo trying to punch back, grabs the op. Can he wield it the same way?
This one's just too hard, Doug. Surely, with the Viper's Pit invested, one player tries to save the operator, but they have a lot of time to work with. Maybe Spam can get you a pick.
And they've got money.
Oh, a little bit of a chip damage right there.
Make a play.
Oh.
Traded right back though. Tens falls off once again, hits the ground. Surely they just scoop that thing up and get away. Gen.G will get their second, and again, it wasn't an ace, but it was Texture setting the pace. Remember, they've been throwing the Smolly over the top 2 to clear it. I'm surprised they didn't try that here. It doesn't matter, Zelsis is dead.
Yeah, everyone was isolated. There's 3 members of Sentinels towards B. This is a perfect call from Gen.G.
Yeah, you gotta be careful here though. These gunfights are hard to win. A little bit of damage was dealt, yes. But you still have some mid-presence in Meteor. Beautifully escapes. He tries to get away. GENG has to clear this. And there was no safe space. That's a gorgeous call from Gen.G.
That was unreal. What a beautiful, beautiful set play. The walk through mid.
They have to save again.
Yeah.
They are now. That's gonna flush out the pit. Or at least attempt to. Meanwhile, that dart tagging a couple of people. A really good idea of what's waiting on the other side. 30 seconds left, the spike's still not down. They realize that, I mean, the vast majority of the defenses are here. If they decide that they're gonna go up any bit further, it's gonna be with a fight. Texture still alive. And still fragging. He's so far back, you're absolutely right. Lakia is tucked. Just waiting on the other side of the pit, waiting for his moment to strike.
What is that?
John finds him. That was the trap the entire time. They still have this pit up. They're still gonna have to find a way around it. Zels is falling. Zekin 2. Can John 1v3? I don't know if there's enough time for this anyway. The tap, the spam, the 4th round for Gen.G. The alarm bot's gonna give the position away. They've got to understand that the timing window to hit B is now. Texture's already dashed back sight. Karan not far off.
What?
And it traded 1 for 1. The fadeaway Molly finding value for Zelsis. But Lakia is still there.
Yeah, and so much space gathered as well on this A site.
I mean, they were just so decisive on the hit. But Texture down, Lakia swinging backside, only finding 1. But a valuable one at that. It's now a 2v2. Tens and Saucy. Saucy, who was heroic in these first couple of rounds, but has since gone quiet. Looking to deliver again against Munchkin and Meteor.
He's in such a good spot right now. He might get double swung, though.
There's no way anybody clears this, not in a position like that. Beautiful positioning for Meteor. Saucy tapping, down to 1, 6 bullets left. Munchkin's Molly's gonna buy some time, and that might be all he needs. As the clock continues to tick away, the spike continues to go off. It will expire as Gen.G has tied us up at 5. Unreal.
What was it that Celsius said? Doesn't matter how you win, we won it. And their economy is flourishing, so they're chilling with that win. What a great timing to go B, though. Identifying that Sentinels have a bad economy, they finally broke it.
Sentinels have bought into this again. Light armor and 5 rifles. The Thrash clears so much space.
They're able to pick that one up as well.
Yeah, but the defense is starting to attempt to bolster this site. No targets found. The spit out first. Texture being down is a big one. Saucy also striking. And they've thrown Gen.G into disarray. The 3 remaining members have to take a step back towards long. 10's on the swing. And it's a threat. It's a tap. It's a bait. They've got to do something to try to dissuade and try to distract some of what Sentinels are trying to do here. But they've been pushed so far back. Gen.G cannot find an opening. They cannot find a way in. Sentinels punch back.
Take flight.
Ults don't matter when you have the KO ultimate available to you.
And Sentinels should know that. That might be a free kill. It's just so tough to land that on a Jets. But he finds Lakia. There's still a lot of threat from the attack here, though. They're not out of the woodworks yet. Oh, Meteor swinging into his death. I thought he had the timing on him, but he did not. Munchkin cannot do it on his own.
It might be just what takes them over the edge. And what an entry from Texture.
What a beautiful setup. The flash, the dart, everything was there, and Celsius is dead.
He's going for more, Doug.
Sentinels deciding that they still want to try to hit this site with Zekin up close. Munchkin getting the best of 10s, but Texture only finding another. They're weak, though. 22 HP on Zekin. Meteor and Karan still remain for Gen.G. There's a lot of time left in this round. They can slow things down. They can quietly instill all, well, that wasn't quiet, instill all the doubt into the minds of Gen.G.
And look at how their approach is so similar from both sides. Just group up, play together, push together.
Not even really interested in the orb. They want to find the timing. They want to capitalize on it.
Revealing area.
Attempting to clear out any utility that might have been there, and there is none because Meteor went for Sheriff.
And
no armor.
And that dart will be seen on the minimap from the side of Gen.G, so now they have a good idea. They're able to get a little bit more ahead. And remember, second sitting low.
Yeah, Saucy's got to be careful here. He's the healthy one. He finds his one. But can the rookie deliver for Gen.G? Oh, he spotted the cape, betraying him twice.
I think he saw him. I think Saucy also saw him. Second turned instantly around.
Karen's having to accelerate here in a 1v2. Again, both targets weak. A stiff breeze will drop him, but that's now 4 pistols in a row. The way of Sentinels. I mean, what a drastic change. Second's gonna get gooped, Texture's gonna get aggressive, but it's a Guardian shoved down his throat. The gun difference here for Sentinels, so nice. There's really no way for Gen.G to put up a resistance. They don't have the weaponry. They don't have the health. They don't have the personnel.
Spike planted.
Karen's gonna get his one, but again, Second closes the round as Sentinels get to 9. Every single member with crosshairs trained there too. Look at that, a 1-for-1. Celsius takes a step back. You see the pings on the minimap. He's spotted here. Oh. This is a dangerous fight.
4 members taking a fight against Celsius. That's full information relayed.
Texture so weak. But he somehow stays alive and somehow cleans up 10s before he even hits the ground.
Standing ahead.
But of course, it's Saucy. Who else? He's been so steady. He's been so stalwart. He's been so successful here. And on the international stage again, trying to drags Sentinels across the finish line. Meteor's left in a 1v2, and Saucy gets another. 56 HP. He's got a rifle. One of only two that are standing up is Lakia. Gets aggressive, finds his one. They're dealing a lot of damage here, but as soon as there's a window for Gen.G, Sentinels slam it.
Planted.
How in the world does Meteor do this? Can he be a spark? Can he be magic? Both targets found, but neither of them claimed. Different look early on. Sentinels again with a lean towards A. Texture has an op this time, and that's exactly where they're headed. That tag is going to get two. Munchkin gets his one, though. Lakia trying to stay alive, has to take a step back as John looks to settle the shots, and it's Meteor who wins it out. Can Texture claw them back into this? It's Zelsis left alone, a 1v3. Lakia's weak, yes, but so is Zelsis. And he's outnumbered here. Meteor gets to 3 as Gen.G gets 6.
Just biding their time. It's a free B site right now.
Second with a massive shot. The op is down. Lakia and Munchkin with 2 ults. Rotating back B, and there it is, the first popped. Saucy managing to get the spike down though as Tens. Back sight, plucking one down, trying to turn the flash, succeeds, but dies. Now numbers still the way of Sentinels. With the spike down, John QT looks to get away. A couple of parting shots, his threats as Lakia falls. Munchkin on his own, a 1v3. He's gotten it down to 1. A 1v1, can Munchkin deliver? Perhaps the biggest 1v1 of his career. The tap, there, the swing, but Zelsis walks out on top. The hour has struck. Can he arrive? No! Saucy overwhelms him. With the rest of Sentinels behind him, they push forward, looking to take A. Can Karen hold the line? The flash in his face, he will crumble too. Now just one rifle up for Gen.G. Hopes and dreams of a year, potentially falling short right now. Yes, they raised the trophy in Shanghai. But it would have been so much sweeter to do so in front of a home crowd. But now, Lakia and Munchkin doing their best to keep this thing up, to keep it competitive. They're gonna have to navigate the pit. Every single member crumbling. Tonight, soul burns red. Sentinels survive.
It feels like Sen always take the hard route, Doug. And this one was really, really tough. What a fight from Gen.G.